We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rough. For stepping for the title and facial rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. All you said is smoking some beef, I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BBO Boxing. It's your boy D Free Bayless, aka the Oscar De La Hoya hated. This is the
Hey
Roll with
y'all.
the Punches podcast. And we got national champion in the house,
Hey
LeAsia
y'all. How y'all
Minor.
doing?
Good, how
I'm
about
good.
you?
I'm good.
Good. So we heard about you winning nationals at 154. Congratulations on that. That's a huge accomplishment right there.
Thank Appreciate it.
So I know you from Philly. I want to ask you, what part of Philly are you from?
Everywhere like northeast for real. But I grew up
Okay.
every
Okay, perfect. So I wanted to ask you, what was the experience like fighting the best of the best this time?
uh I wouldn't really like call her the best, but it was like the experience, the 3 minutes. No,
You wouldn't call her the
I would
best.
say I fought like the best of the best though. It was just like more of the getting down there, getting experience, getting the 3 minute rounds. It was more like that, but not the best though. Not yet.
So I want to ask you, what's your best weight so far? I know you fought at 154. What's your best weight, you think?
My best weight is 140. It used to be 141, but
Hmm.
I'm gonna do it now. That's gonna be my best weight, 139.
Oh, I see you got a little weight bully in you, huh?
Yeah, we gonna get down there.
Dang, that was rough. So you beating up everybody at 54. I heard in the past that you trying to go all the way to 139. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm going down to 139 for this national. I already signed up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, all that weight cut, me. I'm
Hey,
going
I'm
up.
gonna have my hey Free, you got the questions as well? Free, you on mute. He's on mute. He's on mute.
My bad.
Oh, go ahead, Free.
As a female, what made you decide that you wanted to get into the sport of boxing?
Um, I don't know. I just was working out and I decided like, ooh, I want to fight. I'm a fighter at heart, so you know this just go right with me, right with my lifestyle.
You said you want to go down to 139? Have you fought at 139 and you feel more comfortable at 139, or that's just a weight that you want to go down to?
I fought at like the lightest I fought at was 137 before, and I
Mm-hmm.
felt so good. I just feel like I'm strong at that weight. I could go all the way up to 165, so that's nothing. So 139, I just feel real strong.
Okay. Um. So you going down to 139. Do you still think that you'll have the power that you have at 154, or you think it'll be a little, you'll be a little less powerful at 139, being though that you pretty much cutting muscle and you cutting fat to get down to 139.
Yeah, I feel like I'll be more strong, more lean, more quick. It's gonna be way better. My style gonna come.
Okay.
Once like slow, just chilling and just 139 is putting in that work.
Okay, I hear you talking about your style as a fighter. What do you see yourself as? Do you see yourself as a boxer puncher, or a power puncher?
More of a boxer. I like to box. I don't really like
Okay,
to being like that. I just like boxing.
okay, okay.
You know,
We'll be,
banging is boxing, though, right? You know that, right?
I don't like banging too much. Like I'm not like one of them ooh, dude like trying to get you out of there. I just like boxing, looking sharp. Yeah,
Yeah, I
where
no.
know
we
what you
go?
mean.
Wait,
So
what? Oh,
no, so what I was saying is, do you think your power? Where do you think you get your power from? I done seen you really hurt a couple of people in the ring. Where you get your power from? You think is it natural?
yeah, it's natural. You just sit down. No, it's all natural. It's all coming. It's all natural. I be like irritated. I just be like, and I just throw it. It be hurting them.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think the cool thing about it is that you kind of know what you want to do. And you know, the funny thing is, are you excited about the Olympic trials or are you nervous? What do you think?
I'm both. I feel like I can win. At 139, I feel like I can definitely get that spot right there. So I'm excited and showcase my skills at 139. I'm like, yeah, but I'm always nervous. It's like, all the fighters, every fighter gets nervous, but it'd be a good nervous.
Yeah, you know something. I wanted to hear this from you. I heard that you was a big fan or had a
Oh,
crush on Devin the American Dream. Haney, I heard that. I thought somebody was joking when I heard that. You like Devin Haney?
I don't got no crush. I don't got no crush on Devin. Oh my god.
Oh, you
I,
lit up like a Christmas tree when I said his name. That's kind of funny.
no, I don't have no crush on him. I mean, he cool. He one of my favorite boxers, but like, there you go. He cool. He cool.
So you like to watch his fighting style, or you just like that short Chris Brown look he got going on?
Oh my god. No, I like him for real. I like everything. I like his I don't know. I just like him as a fighter, his mentality and the way he fight. He uses his distance real well and he got a nice sharp jab. I like all that.
Hmm. So who you think is going to win with between him and Regis?
Yeah, I don't really watch Regis, but I just feel like Devin's gonna take it. He just gonna take it. I don't gotta watch Regis. I already know Devin gonna take it.
It's funny because my partner right here, he likes Devin Haney as well, but I always tell him, and you might be able to give me some insight. Why is he so scared of Tio?
Who's scared of who?
Devin Haney. I know you've seen the video where Tio told Devin he don't want to do it. They don't want to make the fight. I know you've seen that. We all seen that.
He not scared of no. I don't know. Devin not scared of nobody. You playing.
And I'm not. I'm not. It's a video out there where Devin looked terrified. He was screaming in his face, "You don't want to do it!" And we all know Devin never fought him. What you think? What you think,
So if
Chris?
Devin fight him and he smoke him down, what you gonna say?
Well,
He
I
was
mean,
scared.
I like Disney movies too, but I don't see that happening. This ain't the Mighty
Oh
Ducks.
my
So
god.
I don't think that'll happen.
You are we gonna see. We gonna see when
Uh,
that fight happen. I'm gonna tag you too.
So I'm gonna ask you this. So are you thinking about once you go going to Olympics 2024? Is you gonna make an extended run, or are you thinking about going pro?
Right now we just gonna keep getting that experience and just keep fighting. And when it's time to go pro, I'm 21 right now. So when it's time to go pro, I got a little time. You know, probably 20, probably 22, 23. You know.
So the goal is 12-23. So it's pretty cool because we talked to you about 6 months ago, and to see you become a national champion, that had to be like a dream come true, huh?
Yeah, it ain't really nothing for real. It's just experience to me. It's just that it ain't really like I just wanna. My main goal is the pro world. The amateurs are, but I'm just trying to get sharpen my skills up so I can run through these girls in the pros.
So do you watch any of the professional women fight like LeAsia or Clarissa Shields?
Yeah, I watched them. I watched Clarissa Shields when I first started boxing.
Yeah, I like Clarissa Shields. She just ain't got enough power for me. I'm a big fan of the whole, the real boxing, stand in front of your person and get them out of there. That's what I like. So you
You,
said you go ahead.
oh no, I didn't. No, go ahead. You cool. You cool.
No, I was just saying that's what I always like. That's the sweet signs to me when two men get in the middle of the ring or two women get in the middle of the ring and we see who drop. I like fights like that. What about you?
Uh, I don't know. I like Clarissa Shields. I like how she fought. I forgot this girl name. She like real tall. They said that she was like real powerful. But
Savannah Marshall?
yeah, her. I liked how she fought her. I seen a lot of improvement. I see some good defense. She throw a lot of flurry punches, so that's why I feel like she don't get knockouts for real or don't really sit on her power because Clarissa she just throw like I don't know. It's like that amateur style.
Yeah, see, you said it right there. I like that. You honest. That's what that is. That's that amateur stuff.
She in shape and I don't know. She just got all her put all her experience and the what she got in the amateurs into the pros and that's
Let
what
me let
that.
me ask you this real quick. Being a female fighter, you say you watch Alicia, Carissa Shields and Amanda Serrano, and we just seen Amanda Serrano fight on this past weekend, and she had the first 12 round 3 minute rounds. Do you prefer fighting 3 minute rounds, or you don't mind fighting a 2 minute round?
No, we could just do 2 minutes. We could definitely stick to that. Them 2 minutes. Uh, you know, 12 rounds, 2 minutes. I'm cool with that. But yeah, like I don't know. They pushing for some females are pushing for 3 minutes. Some females wanted to stay 2 minutes, and I'm just one of them that just want the 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Um,
I like that, my bad. I just want to ask you this. So what you're telling me is you don't mind that Clarissa Shields ran that whole fight versus Savannah Marshall. They thought she was gonna try out for the track team, but she was right.
no, what fight was you watching?
What are you talking about? You just said the
What?
same thing I said.
You
What
gotta
was
you
it?
gotta you gotta excuse my co-host. He wear glasses and he don't like to wear them. So when he watching these fights, he don't put them on, so he don't see everything. So you gotta
Oh,
excuse him.
Clarissa Shields ran through Savannah for sure. She ran through it for real. That was like that was just a hyped up fight, but we all knew like she just smoked her.
Yeah. So I ask you this: who do you think will win between Amanda Serrano versus Alicia Bungar? Who do you think will win in that fight?
Amanda for sure. Amanda, I feel like Amanda different. Her stamina is on point. She throw them punches and she was it? I forgot. She adjusts. She make adjustments.
Yeah.
At least adjustments as well, but you can tell her stamina is not all the way there. And she throw a lot of power punches. I feel like Amanda just gonna cook her a little bit.
You
Still
said
go cooker.
you said you like the box. Do you say your style is similar to Alicia? I mean to Carissa Shields.
I have my own style. Like I have a Asian style. It's coming along. So I won't really compare it to the person I probably would compare it to is like Shadeja Green. But that's about it. It's just my little style though.
Oh,
Okay.
so you a bully? You a bully? Then. You talking with the desert green? Well, I like how
Like
you said that. today's agreed be trying to like bulldog people. You be trying to do that.
Yep. And sparring all that. I like bullying.
So I want to ask you a couple questions about, I know you're from Philly and you've been in the ring with a young future. I don't know. I think at this point he's a contender now. So what do you think about when you see Booth live in the gym? Does he look like everything we heard he is?
Yeah, Boost all that. I've been around him for a minute. He all that. I don't know, he different. He just stay in the gym. That's all you gotta really do to be different. You just gotta stay in the gym, stay active, stay in shape. And that's exactly what he do. That's why he one of them. Some people when they win fights, they'll go on vacation. He win
Hmm.
fight, he come back in the gym like it's nothing. So
When you go pro, I know you say whenever it's time, that's when you're gonna go pro. You're not rushing it. You're looking for the experience. But when you do go pro, what weight class do you think you're gonna go pro at?
135. I want that weight class.
Do you see yourself? Um, do you have a fighter that you see at 135 that you say, okay, if I get in the ring with them, I know I'm gonna be put on the map fighting this person.
The top dogs that's probably gonna be at 135. Uh I say LeAsia and Michaela. I think they're like the top dogs right there that's gonna put you on the map.
Okay.
So what did you think about Alicia popping dirty? Did that kind of surprise you when you seen that she had a dirty drug test? I know that was kind of a shocker for me. Did that shock you?
Do you believe it?
Uh,
Do you,
That's what I keep trying to
I,
tell them.
I don't know. I
do you
don't know.
think it was two different stuff found in her system, right?
Yeah,
So do you believe it though?
I don't know. I can only go off what they tell me. That's
But did
all
they
I can do.
uh,
That brother
nobody
said,
said nothing?
mm, I don't know. She's always been kind of brolic, so I don't necessarily think she was on anything, but I can only, like I tell Free all the time, I can only go off the reports. I'm
Like,
not a doctor.
like
Go ahead, Free.
I'm not. I mean, I've been around the sport of boxing for a while. I'm not gonna put nothing past anybody. The only thing about the Alicia Bongata situation that I didn't I find kind of funny was the fact that the doctor took her sample home and he had it for like 5 days. Um, that I've never seen that happen in no form of life, regardless boxing or whatever. I've never seen a doctor take the sample home. They usually lock it away until they can go ahead and submit it for testing. So that's the only thing that I see that it seems kind of funny to me because this man took her sample home and he sat on it at his house. So we don't know what he could have did with the sample being at his house.
What sources did you get that from?
Say that again.
What source did you find that
That's
information?
that's what that's what came out. The doctors it came out and said it. He took it
Oh,
home.
uh, okay. Well, I mean, if she didn't take it, it'll come out that she ain't take it. But for right now, it's just like we just gotta wait and see. She
I
probably was doing
mean,
a lot of exercises that her like she was getting big.
we gotta watch you. I see you. I see you kind of trolling us, Liaison. I see you trying to troll us. Oh,
I'm not trolling. I don't know. She probably was just her strength and conditioning was probably on point. So who knows if she took it? She took it. She took it. She didn't. Then she just was putting that work in.
so let
Yeah.
me ask you this: I seen you talking junk to some of the male boxers. Have you actually ever been in the ring with a male boxer?
Yeah, I've been in a ring with probably the young bulls and my other gym, but I don't really fight guys for real for real. We was just playing. We was
Okay.
playing.
Yeah, you kind of had him scared to death. So I was just wondering why he was picking on you.
He had tackled me to the ground. I'm like, oh man, he's strong for real. I ain't even
But
see.
but I wanted to ask you. So was it your father that kind of got you into boxing? I did see him being a part of your camp. Is it your father or was your mom that kind of got you into boxing? You think?
It was my mom for real. She put me in everything. So one day she was like, "Come on, let's just go to the gym," because she seen that I was getting like real, like being real unhealthy. So we just went into the gym, and it was a boxing gym. Just happened to be a boxing gym. So I was just like, "Oh, this look fun," and I took it serious. It was like a
Well,
coincidence. Like,
have you? I'm asking you, have you got a chance to see Kid Austin spar at all yet? I know he's with Bo's Guinness now. Have you seen him fight yet?
who?
Kid Austin.
Uh, no,
Uh,
Andy
is he?
Cruz.
Yeah.
No,
What's his name? Ain't that Kid Austin? I can't remember offhand. Sorry, I'm not looking at my notes. But I remember. I think it was Kid Austin, the one
I,
that fought Shakur. He's at 135, I believe.
oh, he fought Shakur.
No, no, not Shakur. What's the
Keyshawn.
guy? Hey, Keyshawn. Sorry, Keyshawn. He fought
Oh,
Keyshawn.
that's Andy Cruz. Yeah, I seen
Come
Andy
Andy
on,
Cruz.
Cruz.
Yeah,
Andy Cruz.
Andy Cruz. My bad.
He said
My
kid.
bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. I said it. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about two different things at the same time. But I'm saying, from what you seen with him, was he pretty special when you see him in the gym? Because what I've been hearing from Boots is that dude looks spectacular. So I didn't know if he could rival that at all.
Nah, he do be looking good. He look good hitting the bag. Sparring. I like him. I be watching him for real, studying him. He one of the fighters I study when I'm in the gym.
Yeah, I like the way you fight because even though you coming off a little mild man, I see how you like to be in there bulldogging people. So I'm kind of surprised to see you go down to 139 because you trying to hurt somebody bad. I see.
I want 139. Girl. I just want to see how. I just felt like I'm gonna just be in shape, more in shape. Strong, lean. I like that weight class.
So what's up next for you? What you got going on next?
Next is just right now. We just focus on December, for real, for real. One step at a time. December, and then after that, we gonna just keep working. Keep working. Keep getting sharper. That's all it is for boxing. You just gotta get that experience and stay in shape.
Yeah, did you get a chance to see the undisputed champion Tyson Fury fight Francis Ngannou? Did you get a chance to see that?
That
Nah,
man is not undisputed.
Oh, here we go.
wait. You said Tyson Fury, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he said
Tyson
Tyson
Fury.
Fury. That man is not undisputed.
I
Here we
heard he
go.
got. I seen the knockdown. I didn't really watch the whole fight, but I seen the knockdown. Him get like knocked down, and I also seen people like saying he got robbed. I mean, they robbed the other bull. I'm like, damn,
Mhm.
they probably did rob the other bull because how the bull win? Like, I don't know. How did he win? Like, I don't know.
I
Seemed like
mean,
he with the highlights.
with the highlights are definitely to see because it looked like Tyson Fury got hit in the back of the head. You know them rabbit punches everybody hate. It looked like he got hit in the back of the head. Fury tell you, I don't know why. I don't know why my co-host shaking his head. Like, that's
That
what
man did
he
not
Uh,
said.
get hit in the back of the head.
he was down for a good minute though.
I think he was just trying to sell the fight. I could be wrong. I think he was just trying to sell the fight because he looked up at him and then, I mean, you look at the punch stats, it looked like he kind of dominated him, but I could be wrong.
He trying to sell the fight while he's fighting.
Yeah, he do that all the time
No,
because
she not from the South. She from Philly.
yeah, he's from Philadelphia.
Oh,
So
okay.
just to end the debate, just to end a big debate, who is the best fighter out of Philly
The
in
best
your
fighter
opinion?
out of Philly. You said the best fighter out of Philly.
Yes, other than you. You can't name yourself. Other than you, who's the best fighter out of Philly?
You already know that's easy. You already know Boots took Philly for real, for real. Boots took Philly. Like nobody not. Come on, if you coming from sparring, you want that top work. Your
Hmm.
Boots.
Yeah, I love Boots. I just wish he would have fought Virgil Ortiz, but I love Boots, and I want to send a big shout out to my brother Bo's Guinness, man. I love you, man.
Boots and Mosey took Philly. They stand Philly. That's crazy.
They really did, and I think the cool thing about you is that in 6 months, you were just working, and then 6 months later, when we talk to you again, you're a national champion. I just want to give you a salute, and you just doing things that I'm telling you, it's not easy to do. Free knows a lot about easy to go in there and win a national championship. That's something to be proud of. To be honest, that really is something to be proud of. You deserve it. You really do.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mhm.
So we hope to see you soon. So tell people where they can find you at.
Y'all can find me on Instagram. My name is LeAsia Minor. You know, see me on the gram post with my videos. But,
All
but
right.
that's it,
We,
y'all.
all right. We be talking to you soon. Take care.
All right.
All right.
Hey, you know my favorite. You know my favorite thing about you three, man. First thing you want to say is you not. I
He's
love
not. I mean, how can that man be undisputed? He only got one belt. I mean, I thought being undisputed, you had to have at least four. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought you had to have at least four belts to be undisputed. That man got one.
salute to my brother, boxing scholar. Um, you know the thing that I seen with LeAsia is she's really a sharp boxer. The thing that she do that I think is kind of cool. I've never seen a boxer be so rough in the ring. This is somebody who really be looking like to push you, lean on you, throwing the forearms. Somebody been teaching her really well. I'll tell you that, man. Because you
I
don't
think
see. Go
she
ahead.
comes off as a person that want to box, but once the fight gets going, she like, man, fuck the boxing. I'm ready to get your ass up out of here.
That's what she's doing. I think she's gonna be good, man. But the biggest thing I learned is somebody teaching her some of the old school tricks because she really know how to fight on the inside, and it's crazy to see somebody young like that understand the nuances of fighting on the inside as well as boxing. So it's always great to see that. We got another boxer that's gonna be coming to us. He's from Tennessee. I just talked to him, so it's a lot of stuff we got going on the road with the Punches podcast. Other than me just cooking deep free every subject, I know.
You don't cook shit. You don't cook nothing. You cook. How can you cook me? Because you go off of opinions and I go off the facts. That's
No, I got the facts.
you go off opinions.
So
The way he looked like he was scared. The way he sound like he might be drunk. I don't that no that's an opinion. That's not no facts. That's not no damn fact. That's an opinion. You ain't cooking off no goddamn facts.
he said he's spitting facts. Fury ain't undisputed. Well, let me ask you this, boxing scholar: has Fury ever lost in the ring?
No,
And I'll leave it at that. Has he lost in the ring?
he hasn't lost in the ring, but he lost his belts. So it don't matter if you lost in the ring. You lose your belts, you no longer champion no more. So it don't
Okay.
matter if you lose in the ring or not. Shit, David Benavidez has never lost his belts, but he ain't the WBC champion either. He ain't
Right.
never losing the ring, but he ain't WBC champion. So it don't matter if he lose the belt. I mean, if he lost in the ring, if you lose your belts, you're not champion anymore.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying on that. But I just gotta say, man, you talking about a dude that lost his belt because of drugs, man. It's a little different.
So did Tyson.
He had
Tyson
no.
lost. He lost his belt because of drugs. What are you talking about? He got his license suspended because he popped dirty. What are you talking about? That's how he lost his belts. He popped
Man,
dirty.
he was
Lost
having
his
some mental
license.
issues. He was having some mental issues,
No, the
man.
mental issues came after he lost his license. That's when the mental issues came. It wasn't before. It was after.
Salute to my man. Yes, saluting everybody in the chat. My man Mike Kirkland. But let me ask you this. This is a big question I want to ask you, man. So going forward with Terrence Crawford and Errol Smith, let's say they're gone. What's left at 147? You think?
What's left is Boots. I mean, everybody gonna have to go through Boots. They're gonna have to see that man. I mean, for the most part, he didn't beat pretty much all the guys at 47 except for Steliostis, Keith Thurman, who's not trying to fight him, and well, Ortiz not going to be fighting that 47.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much, and Speedy, those only three people he hasn't fought. He fought everybody else. I mean, but Ugas just got beat up by Mario Barrio. So I don't see Ugas making it past 5 rounds with Boots. But I mean, pretty much everybody's gonna have to go through Boots. He's gonna be the man that they got to go through.
Yeah, he really got a great break, man. With the time he came around, because I think he's special. Man. I really wish he would just go right to 154, but I doubt he'd do that. But
No,
salute them.
he want to be champion first.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, I
and
understand that.
Yeah, and I don't knock him. I mean, he wanted to fight the champions at the time. They wasn't thinking about fighting him. They was trying to be undisputed. So I mean, it's kind of sucks for Boots, but at the same token, I mean, he gonna have 147 at his beckoning and calling because everybody's gonna have to see him because I don't see nobody at 47 beating him.
No,
Um,
I don't see anybody beating him either. Salute to Quickly in the chat. My man, Boxing Scholar, of course, he brought up a red herring. What he said, they stripped Ali because of his political views, and they were and he was no longer champ. No, they stripped Ali because he was a draft dodger. We got to call it what it is. And I love Ali. He was a draft dodger. That's why he was stripped.
and nigga, my ass would have draft. I would have dodged the draft, goddamn too. And I'm a veteran. I would have dodged the draft too. Vietnam, nigga, they ain't do nothing to me. I'm not going over there. I'm the WBC champion. I am not doing that. Nope. Sorry.
Free, you wrong, man. You supposed to be like, yeah, that's not how you do it. But I will say this: one fight, man, I want us to take a look at again is George Foreman versus Ron Lyles, man. You ever seen that fight?
I don't know. I might have. I've seen so many old fights. A lot of times, I don't even pay attention to the names. I just pay
Hmm.
attention to the popular fighters. I just watch them fight. So I probably seen it. I just have to go back and look at the fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. I'll say this. When you watch the type of style that the past had, I can say I've been watching a lot of older fights lately, especially salute to Marky Dan. I've been watching a lot of old fights, man. And you know what? It's crazy to say this, but I think the pace from back then is on a different level. Nobody's
Yeah,
fighting at that kind of pace. I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, you got to think about those guys because you got to remember at heavyweight, the heavyweight was like 6'1", 6'2", 208 pounds. That was a heavyweight. Now you got heavyweights that's like 6'5", 270, two. You got six. You got Big Zane where he comes in like damn near 290. You got Tyson Fury. He comes in sometimes at like 280. So the heavyweights back then were more like cruiserweights, and so
mhm.
they moved a lot faster. They moved around the ring a lot more. So yeah, and they fought longer rounds. They went 15 rounds. So you had to have stamina. If you didn't have stamina back then, 9 times out of 10 you was getting beat. If you ain't had
Yeah.
stamina, you was getting beat.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the funny thing about it is like when you watch some of those guys that Ali beat, like Cleveland Williams, Ernie Shavers. I mean, these guys all would be like champions now. Like these guys were like just guys, but if they fought now, they would be champions because I mean, I just I don't see a lot of guys being able to beat some of that skill that we've seen. But one thing I wanted to get on to, you think it's a good idea for Deontay Wilder to be talking about going to fight MMA? You think that's a good idea?
Um, I at this point, I mean, nobody's trying to fight him. I mean, if the man still wanna compete in combat sports and nobody's trying to fight him, I mean, if that's what he want to do, I mean, he's pretty much a Hall of Famer. So, I mean, if he want to fight AJ, AJ's not trying to fight him. He want to
Hmm.
fight Andy Louise not trying to fight him. So he was supposed to fight Usyk. Usyk decided not to fight him. So I mean, the man can't get no fight. So if he want to continue in a combat sport, I mean, me personally, I would say just go ahead and hang it up. You're going to be in the Hall of Fame. But I guess if he want to do it, I mean, we saw Carissa Shields do it. So I mean, I guess if he want to do it,
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that he's not going to fight a young, hungry lion like Frank Sanchez or somebody like that. It's a lot of young guys out there that really, really, I think would give Deontay Wilder a great fight. I mean, Joe Joyce is out there, Zhang is out there, but I think, and I hate to say this, I think Deontay Wilder is doing what a lot of good fighters do once they get a big bag of money, which he definitely got. Is I don't think he want to take any tough fights because him and Zane, that would be a huge fight in the Barclays Center. I would think. What about you?
yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna say it would be a huge fight. Um, it would be a good fight. I'm not gonna say it would be a huge fight because Zayn is not a big a notarized person. We know Deontay Wilder is,
Hmm.
but Zayn do have a following. A lot of people from Jersey is backing Zayn, so I think it would be a good fight. I'm not gonna say it would be a big fight. I think it would be interesting to see if Zayn could stand up to Deontay Wilder power. Um, I don't know if Zane will be able to land a big shot on Wilder.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not going to say he can't, but I just don't know if he's going to be able to because I saw I saw what Herkovich was able to do with Zane when they fought. Herkovich was able to keep Zane for the most part at bay with the jab
Mm-hmm.
until Herkovich got tired out, and then it was Zane was just teeing off on Herkovich. I don't think Wilder is going to get tired out like Herkovich did. So I don't know if Zane going to be able to get past Wilder's jab, and if he try to get on the inside, will he be able to stand up to that big right hand that Deontay Wilder has? So I mean, I think it would be a good fight. I just don't know how big it would be.
Yeah, I know what you mean when you say that. I'll say this: when it comes to Deontay Wilder, I think boxing is missing him, and I say they're missing him because he was the guy that people love to hate. My man, my man, boxing scholar said, "Frank, who young hungry? What? I gotta just tell you this, man. Boxing scholar, you my brother, but come on,
Don't
man.
get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
You know, I just gotta tell you the truth, man. I gotta tell you the truth. But the thing that's so exciting, man, did you hear that Shushu is gonna be fighting December 9th as well? I think it's Bruce Carrington. It seemed like December 9th is gonna be a jam-packed day, man. Did you see that?
Yeah, but see the thing is, yeah, I did see that, but the thing is with the whole PBC.
Mm-hmm.
I just found this out through my man L Dub Boxing. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out to L Dub Boxing. He be on top of everything. That he's a good guy. That's a guy that I go to for a lot of my resources. Because he be on top of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the PBC, that card with Floyd Mayweather, is not going to be a pay per view. It's going to be free. It's the last show for Showtime, so they're doing it for free. They're not going to
Oh
put it
my
on pay
God.
per view. So with them not putting it on pay per view, that's still leaving people to be able to buy the Devin Haney fight because they're not paying for the Floyd Mayweather fight. It's going to be free.
I mean, you talking about you could easily get about 4 million watches, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
when you talk about Floyd Mayweather fighting on free TV, man, it's well not free technically, but on cable TV, man. That's huge, man. And the thing that I'll say, I actually heard from a really good source that they're going to be some big announcements coming with the great Al Heyman and Amazon. So the cool thing about that is they actually are in the process of coming to a deal. And the funny thing is, I'm also hearing that the zone has offered them a counter as well. So I don't know if that'll happen, but to hear that the zone countered the offer that Amazon gave them, that's pretty exciting, man. Because you're talking about you possibly could have PBC, Golden Boy, Rematch Room, all in the same house. That would set boxing on fire,
I
man.
mean, the zone trying to get PBC because that's where all the big fights are. I mean, they know if they get PBC over there, their app is going to go through the roof because all of the big fights is on PBC. I mean, you look at all of the top fighters, pretty much they all on PBC.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But before we get out of here, man, I want to ask you a serious question. What do you think about Floyd Mayweather pretty much trashing and knowing anyway today, saying that he needs to fight better and that De Niro was 40 years old when he almost cooked him. What do you think about Floyd saying about a great young champion like Inoue? What you think?
Um, I mean, he actually have some facts to what he was saying because yeah, Monster anyway. He's I mean, he's not a young champion. That Monster anyway is what 30 something years old. Monster
I think
anyway
he's
is
like 28.
no Monster anyway older than Tank. Monster anyway like 30 something. I think Monster anyway like 32. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Monster anyway like 32, 33. Monster anyway is not a young guy, but Nonito Donaire was what 38 or
Yeah.
37 at the time that he fought Monster anyway the second time.
Hmm.
And I mean, I'm not gonna say Monster anyway need to fight better, because he only can do what his competition allow him to do. So if his competition doesn't force him to show something different, I mean he's gonna do what it takes to win. I saw a clip that Marky Dan sent me. I don't know why he sent me about Juan Carlos versus Monster anyway, and Monster anyway knocked him out in the first round. But I mean, the opponents that Monster Anyway's been fighting. I mean, if you go back and look at it, he only got two notable opponents. I mean, he really hasn't fought anybody. Yeah, he beat the champions that was there, but I mean, to be honest with you, he only has two notable opponents. That's Cool Boy and Nonito. So I can't really fault Monster anyway. Far as his fighting style, he hasn't had the level of competition to push him to make him fight a different style or fight better. The style, the opponents that he hasn't been that great, except for two guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think it's kind of funny because Floyd also in the same breath said, "I see a lot of my skill in him." Because if you watch, especially against Cool Boy, he looked a lot like a young Floyd. I mean, he really did. But I'll say this: I really want to see Inoue come out of Japan because one thing I didn't know, and this could not be true, but I did hear from a reliable source, a friend of mine who actually was in Japan, that said they don't test for PEDs in Japan. So I think I think Inoue has to fight in America if he wants to get his just due. What you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that they don't do in Japan because um, they have a different count. I mean, what is it called?
Culture?
The no, not a culture. The commissioner. They have a different commission, so they do things differently down there. Now, I don't know about them not testing for PEDs. I have to look into that. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I have to look into it. But at the same token, yeah, he has to come out of Japan because uh, you don't want to have your first fight out of Japan and say you work your way up and your first fight is against Tank Davis and it's the first time you ever been out of Japan. You don't want that to be your first fight. You want to at least be able to have some type of familiar with a new scenery because I mean it's going to be. I mean I understand Japan. You the star in Japan, but it's a whole different ball game when you come to America and you got those fans booing you because they don't like you. In Japan, you're not getting nobody booing you. But when you come to America, you're going to have some fans that's going to boo you. And I don't know how he's going to respond to that because he never had to face that.
You what's up, Boxer Scholar? You just talking about you just heard the question. What you think about that? Inoue fighting out of Japan.
Um, I think in a way smart. He knows, home field advantage. He can do certain things. He's more comfortable there. He got skills. I don't think he's on anything. Nothing about it just jumps out as, oh man, this guy's definitely. If he was, it would be a good indicator he was juicing. He would have been jumped up in weight classes a long time ago if he
Yeah,
was on
man.
something.
So I gotta push back on something you said that was just like I'm not used to you capping, man. You really said something. I was just like, that Boxing Scholar? You said that the heavyweight division got exposed because Tyson Fury versus Ugano. You think that was exposed?
I think it exposed it in the sense of, you always judge the vitality of a division by the youth, right? Like so now Bud is gone, pound for pound. We got Boots, the next runner up. Who we got? Like at the heavyweight division, it's gonna be another old guy. You get what I'm trying to say? Like it showed that what you said a while ago, a Floyd Patterson who's been knocked down the most times out of any champ, small guy, he could
Yeah.
probably have a belt today. It blew the top off of it that showed that everybody makes Tyson Fury into the great white hope. That didn't make my words, the great white hope. That was the guys back then that said that shit. I didn't Boxer Scholar didn't make that up. You know what I mean? But everybody made him saying he could beat Ali, that he was the greatest, that he was this because of size. And then Francis Ngannou just studied boxing for a month and went in there and gave this man a tough ass fucking fight. And he blew the lid off the division. He showed that I said this. I was going back before I was doing the analyst on French and Ghana. I didn't give him a chance at first, right? And I went back. I started looking at the film, and I said, "Wait a minute. You know what I just realized? We ain't had an undisputed champion. Okay, I give Klitschko's a pass because they was brothers, right? They didn't fight each other. But we ain't really had no undisputed since Lennox Lewis. That's the state of our. We always knew who the guy was, and Tyson Fury claims that, oh, Lenny, I'm the lineal champion. There's not a man born from his mother's pussy all this old crazy ass shit. This man ain't got one undisputed fight, a couple of title defenses. He got what, like 4, 5 title defenses, some crazy
4.
stuff. And then whenever he beat, you know what I realized with him too also? The 2 champions that hold the belts can't take body shots. That is fucking horrible. Like, how we gonna sell that to other people? So that means Francis Ngannou got a chance against Usyk if he get him a well-placed body shot. He, like I said, he exposed the heavyweight division. So I'm like, God damn, they always say as the heavyweight division boxing goes. And I'm just looking at it like, God damn, I don't want Francis Ngannou to fight Usyk. He might expose it furthermore. And then them UFC people go come out, oh, I told you boxing was an overrated sport. Dang, y'all ain't nothing. We could do this and this and that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think he just kind of exposed it. That most of the guys that are there, Joe Joyce, man, I've been getting stuff from Joe Joyce for probably about 3-4 years for calling him an old prospect. They be shitting on Frank Martin. Frank Martin younger than Joe Joyce.
And
Frank
they
Martin ain't
by
no
a month,
prospect
yeah.
either.
By a month though.
By a month.
I'm joking. But this is the funny thing. This is the funny thing I like about Scott. He's a smart guy. Now he know his boxing. Now you know for a fact that Tyson Fury was selling that fight. He got hit in the back of the head.
No,
y'all
he did
brothers
not.
really want to go on here and say, oh, the heavyweight division got exposed. But if Tyson Fury did like he normally do, leaned on him and got him out of there.
He couldn't. He tried to lean on him.
Yeah, he tried. He tried all the tactics. He just couldn't do it. It wasn't so much that Tyson Fury, you know what I mean? He's first off, he's not that good. When we watched Ali do these exhibitions, you could see he was literally carrying the guy. He was clowning to the crowd. Tyson Fury don't have that type of skill to do those type of things. And there's better ways to put on, right? Why would you go in there and get knocked down? That man looked scared. Go back and look at his face when he got knocked down. He had the face of Deontay Wilder, where Wilder got knocked down by him. Like, oh shit, this motherfucker just come. Like, nah, bro, nah, he ain't carry nobody.
What I would say, I wouldn't say Francis Ngannou exposed the heavyweight. I say Francis Ngannou exposed Tyson Fury. For all the things that you said, a lot of those people were saying Tyson Fury, the great white hope, and all this stuff, and that nobody can beat Tyson Fury. He'll beat Muhammad Ali and Lennox Lewis and all those guys. And we saw a guy, although Francis Ngannou came to America wanting to be a boxer, he just never made it to boxing. He ended up becoming a UFC fighter. Francis Ngannou never actually boxed in a boxing ring until he fought Tyson Fury. And Francis Ngannou showed that Tyson Fury cannot fight him dirty because Francis Ngannou is used to those dirty tactics. Because in the UFC, those tactics that Tyson Fury normally use, those are legal tactics. So when Tyson Fury threw the elbow, Francis Ngannou didn't care about that. He used to getting hit with elbows. When Tyson Fury tried to lay on him, Francis Ngannou is used to people trying to lay on him. And not to mention, Francis Ngannou just as big as Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury came in at 274. Francis Ngannou came in at 272. So that laying on him wasn't going to bother him. So Tyson Fury couldn't do what he normally do to the smaller boxers or the other boxers that's not used to somebody being that big laying on him. He couldn't do that to Francis Ngannou because Francis Ngannou is used to all those tactics. So when you're dealing with somebody that's used to that you playing in their backfield. You're not playing in your backfield. You're playing in their backfield. They used to it.
I'll say this, man. To hear the utter disrespect for the Gypsy King. I love it.
He your king. That's what he is.
No, he's not my king. Man. I'm just
he is.
calling about his nickname. But the thing about Tyson Fury that we gotta understand is that one, I don't know how good he is because if you think about it, boxing scholar and free, he's only fought big, slow guys who only had, Klitschko. Because I honestly believe that Vitaly was way better than Vladimir, in my opinion. Because it seemed like Vitaly was all right, was a jab, jab, right hand, jab, jab, right hand. And then on the other side, you had Deontay Wilder, who's right hand or nothing. So it's like, in my humble opinion, I feel like Tyson Fury really ain't fought nobody. He hasn't fought a complete fighter yet. We all know Dillian White like to go to bed with an uppercut every time. So it's kind of there just hasn't been anybody like Ngannou who has the stamina too, and who was big enough stamina. So it's like a perfect storm, I think, in that case. So I don't know. I think if he was to dare fight Deontay Wilder, some of those shots that he got hit with Tyson Fury, he would go to sleep. I mean,
I completely agree, bro. But this is what I'm saying. You a coach, right? You a coach?
No, 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 no.
No, the other guy, he's a coach, right?
No, no, I'm not a coach. I got family that box. I'm not a coach.
Shit, I'm gonna just call you coach. I think your mama named Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. I'm gonna just call you coach, man. Don't get offended. So look, when coach was talking earlier, man, he said some shit that was real. He said Tyson Fury got exposed, right? But
Mhm.
if we look and we just break it down, you know what I mean, being non-biased, who's the best guy at that division? So if you expose Tyson Fury, you kind of expose the whole division, man.
I,
Like,
I don't I don't think Tyson Fury is the best guy in the division.
who is Usyk?
Who's better?
I say Usyk's better because if you're the best guy in the division, you're not going to dump somebody where you can become undisputed, like BBO used to like to call them. You could get that undisputed back because they was offering $130 million, and Tyson was going to get 70% of that. And Usyk said, "Yeah, I agree to the 30%." But Tyson Fury said, "No, I'm gonna go fight Francis Ngannou." So if he's the best guy, why are you not fighting that guy and get that free bag, that easy bag? That's why I keep saying, people say, "Oh, it's easy money." Why are you not getting that easy money? Get that bag, that easy money, and you still got Francis Ngannou there. You still got him there. He ain't going nowhere. He won a box. He's going to be there.
I mean, I get what y'all saying, but this is the thing about it. Tyson Fury is. I mean, I see what you're saying, Scholar. Like, it's just it's just a weak division because there isn't Tyson Fury. Unfortunately, is the most complete fighter. I think Frank Sanchez can fight, but he might not be big enough. I think Big Baby Anderson got enough skill, but he might not be big enough. So it's tough because you got guys not either big enough or you got guys who don't have enough skills. Because at the end of the day, if you look at boxing, I would say, in my opinion, even though Deontay Wilder did a lot of great things, he's been to me one of the biggest disappointments in boxing history because he never got better at all. He wasn't even like a Rocky. He wasn't even like a Rocky Marciano who learned how to beat your arms up, beat your hips up, and get you out of there. He learned how to throw the right hand. It seemed like all Deontay Wilder do is try to throw the right hand or nothing. What he does on the midwork, we don't see it translate to the ring. So I think Tyson Fury came up in a good time, man. And if he would have came up in the 80s, 70s, maybe even the 90s, man, I don't think he would have been what he is because you don't even have a guy like Usyk ain't like Evander Holyfield. I mean, he's just not. You gotta, it's funny. It's crazy when you got a guy like Beterbiev at 175 that got all the talent in the world, but he just ain't big enough. Oh yeah, Boo Boo Andrade at one time, who just wasn't big. I think that's the problem. We don't have anybody big enough for Tyson Fury, big enough and skilled enough. And I think until we get that, like you said, that's what we're gonna have because Francis Ngannou really went in there and put on the showcase. I mean, all jokes aside, it was kind of funny to see this big 277-pound man move around like it was nothing, man. And me and Francis Ngannou are the same exact height. So I'm at 330, he's at 277. So it's like to see him moving like
Hey,
that,
can can
that
can
ain't
can,
much.
can we get off the notion that Tyson Fury is 6'9"?
That man not 6'9", bro. That's cap.
That
No,
made
he's
it.
not.
No, I
No.
saw Usyk standing up to Tyson Fury in the daggone ring, and them boys was looking damn near eye to eye. And Usyk's no taller than like 6'3", and they was damn near looking eye to eye. That man
I
is
think
not
Tyson
6'9".
about six. He about 6'7" though. He about
Six,
six
yeah,
seven.
about 6'6", 6'7".
I
He
yeah
around that
yeah
way.
I give him that. But everybody keeps saying this man's 6'9". I'm like, hold on. When I saw him standing next to Deontay Wilder, he didn't look like he was 2 inches taller than Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder was looking at that man eye to eye. I'm like, matter of fact,
Uh, he was
Deontay
punching
Wilder.
up. He was punching up though against him because Deontay Wilder's about 6'5". He says he's 6'7", but from what I've seen, like when you see him in person, he about 6'5" too. I don't think people understand. That's what we call camp heights. That's not their real height. That's what you do when you go, and especially in football camp. It's notorious for this. We put
Well, I tell
socks on
you,
cleats to make
I
ourselves look
the only
taller.
reason why I say Deontay Wilder's probably 6'7" because I seen him standing next to BFTB, and BFTB is like 6'4", 6'5", and Deontay Wilder is much taller than BFTB, much taller.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
it's tough. It's tough to see, but the thing I will say, and I could be wrong about this, I really don't see boxing getting any better. And I'm gonna say this too. I want to get your opinion on this screen and boxing scholar. It's because the way the world is going, we're not seeing people even choose boxing the way we used to. We getting guys. To me, let's be honest, we getting a lot of leftovers. The guy who got hurt in football, the guy who got hurt in basketball. We're not getting enough guys at the heavyweight division that choose boxing. Like the first time we get a guy that looks like he chose boxing is Big Daddy Anderson, and he crying in the ring about he don't want the pressure.
Well,
So I'm
you also got to remember those other sports. They get paid a lot more than boxing do. Like boxing, you got to work your way to those big bags. Those other sports, you come in making a couple of 100,000 just sitting on the bench. You can sit on the bench in the NFL and get like 300 something thousand, 400,000. You could come in the NBA, sit on the bench and get like 400,000. So in boxing, you coming in, you starting off at getting like $5,000 a fight, if that. So I
yeah,
mean, it's kind of hard to say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go in the sport of boxing. You gotta be groomed to go into the sport of boxing. If you're not groomed to go in the sport of boxing, a lot of those big guys is gonna take NFL, NBA because they know that's where the money is. So and then again, another thing is a lot of those big guys are not athletic enough to be a boxer. Now they might be good enough to put their hand in the dirt and be able to block or be able to fight off a block, but they're not athletic enough to be able to move around that ring for 36 minutes.
yeah, that's a good point. Hey, Boxer Scholar, before we get out of here, I wouldn't be right if I didn't have you do this. I love when you break fighters down. I need you to break down two guys, man. Boxer Scholar, you there?
I'm here.
Hey, so I need you to break down two guys, man. I need you to break down Teofimo Lopez. I need you to break down Gary Anton Russell, man. Can you break that down? Tell me how that fight would go with T.O.
If they fought each other,
if they fought each other.
I think T.O. would edge it out. I think T.O.'s a fighter like a Mike Tyson, where like Mike Tyson used to be going through all this shit with Robin Givens, running in the trees and shit, but he get in the ring like nothing bothered him. You know what I mean? Like that was his sanctuary. I think T.O.'s the same way. They need to take the keyboard away from T.O. and just keep that motherfucker in the ring. You know what I mean? Because that's where he make his living at, and he's good. If T.O. had not lost the fucking Cambosis, bro, he'd be like number 2 pound for pound or 3 pound for pound. So I don't even think that fight's close. I think T.O. dominates Russ. I think he knocks him down a couple times. He don't stop him, but I think he just dominates him.
But what about? I don't know. I think you might be discounting his inside game because I think everything you said about T.O. I've been trying to tell my brother Free, and he just for some reason he don't like T.O. because T.O. got sick and he fought Cambosis and he shouldn't have. So I mean, I don't know.
What the hell?
What you mean?
What the hell? I said I don't like T.O. the way he move. I ain't say nothing about he ain't got no skills or none of that. I said T.O. got skills. That's the one thing I give him. He got skills. I don't like his movement outside the ring.
That's understandable. He's not he's not the most likable guy whenever he's not inside the ring. Like he be saying some weird stuff. You be like, Tio, what the fuck, bro? Like, but yeah, as far as his skills, that man's good, man. I don't think I think Russell's good, but I just don't think I think Tio's on a different level, man. Like I said, I don't know. Looking at Cambosis now, I don't even know how the fuck Cambosis was. They talk about Mark Breland spiking water. They better check fucking Tio's daddy for some spike water.
I don't know that guy's name. The Puerto Rican guy that he had help in training. T.O. bought him back for the Josh Taylor fight, and he looked like the old T.O. So I can't think of that. I'm gonna have that guy's name in the next show, but it seemed like that whoever that Puerto Rican dude is that's training T.O. need to be training him full time because as soon as he gets him back, he looked like the T.O. that fought.
Now see what the whole thing with the T.O. Cambosa fight was. T.O. didn't think highly of Cambosa. He thought he was just going to come in there and knock him out and was going to be over with. But the thing he didn't realize is Cambosa is quicker than what T.O. expected. Cambosa got fast hands. He's quicker than what T.O. expected, and he's just as agile as T.O. And T.O. didn't realize that until he got in the ring, and by then it was too late because your game plan went out the door, and you couldn't just land a big shot on him because T.O. the first punch he threw was a big ass haymaker. As soon as the bell went, he threw a big ass haymaker. I'm like, no, you're not going to win this fight like that, and that's what happened. He lost.
Yeah, hey, Boxer Scott, we gonna ever get T.O. versus Tank, man? That's a mega fight.
Absolutely not, man. Tank Taco Tuesday, man. You already know what's going on with that. We never gonna see Tank fight nothing other than a Mexican, bro. We gotta keep it real. We'll get that Pitbull Cruz rematch.
I don't think that fight is coming. I don't think that. I'm really starting to think that Tank Davis has a fight that nobody is expecting. Because everybody's throwing out these names, Pitbull and T.O. and Devin and Shakur. I think it's really going to be somebody that nobody's expecting, and we're going to be like, damn, I really didn't see that coming. And
It,
I heard recently they're talking about Manny Pacquiao and all this
it
shit.
better
And
not
I'm
be
like,
Manny Pacquiao.
I don't think
Manny
it's Manny.
Pacquiao.
I don't think it's Manny. Manny Pacquiao said he wanted to fight Tank Davis at a catchweight.
Oh my
I don't think that. I don't think that's happening.
Bro, Manny Pacquiao was swollen up by Ugas, man. Come on, that's not even a fucking fair fight at this point.
Tank Davis stopped Manny Pacquiao inside of 5 rounds. Inside of 5 rounds, Manny Pacquiao get put to sleep.
In his heyday, though, respectfully, Manny Pacquiao washes Tank.
Yeah, but shit, we can't worry about the heydays. The heydays ain't gonna do nothing for him now.
I don't even think in his prime he's beating Tank Davis. Manny Pacquiao, he you gotta remember, Manny Pacquiao got beat 7 times. Or 8, actually. He got beat 8 times. But he got beat 7 times up before he fought Ugas. He got beat, I think, like 6 times before he fought Floyd. So it's not like Manny Pacquiao's never been beat. Manny Pacquiao got beat by lesser talent than Tank Davis.
Nah, see, I have to agree with BBO because Manny Pacquiao was a smaller guy moving up, and he dominated some legendary people at 147. And Tank's biggest win at 147 is Mario Barrios, and I don't think anybody would even compare him to Mosley or Margarito. I remember when he fought Margarito. I thought Margarito was gonna beat the fuck out of Pacquiao, bro, during that time. And to see Pacquiao just go in there, dismantle that man, take every brick by brick out of his fucking glove, bro. I was like, oh my god.
Hey, but the thing is, there was some rumors swirling around Manny Pacquiao, and I'm not gonna say that it was true, but it looked like it might have been true because he didn't want to take no drug test. He didn't want to take the drug test. So
that's just what happened when one cheater beat another. We ain't gonna sit up here and act like Margarito had them bricks inside his glove. He was walking through people.
I'm not talking about Margarito. I'm talking about Manny Pacquiao. Period. When he moved up, there was rumors swirling around that Manny Pacquiao might be on the juice. And when he got up there with Floyd wanted to do the Olympic style testing, and that man was like, "Nah, I'm scared of needles." Well, why the fuck do you got tattoos if you're scared of needles?
You know why? You know why I think that's kind of cap, bro. I think it's cap only because, like, if you go back, you could accuse any great fighter. You could say Henry Armstrong, 3 titles, holding them and defending them all at once. That motherfucker definitely was on something. Like, some people are just so great, you accuse them, like Roberto Duran moving up.
I'm just saying, back then they very well could have been on something because there wasn't no testing back then. There was no testing, so they very well could have been on something. Testing didn't come into existence until the late '80s, early '90s. That's when testing came into existence. So they very well could have been on something back then. We don't know.
So that's what I'm saying, though. So with that being said, some fighters are just great, bro. Joe Louis was a great fighter. I mean, I don't think Joe Louis was on steroid. He was slaying. Buddy Bear was what, 6'9", 6'8", some shit like that.
Hey, I'm not saying they was on steroids because you can't prove it. So I'm not gonna say they was on steroids, but I'm also not gonna say that they wasn't because you can't prove that they wasn't. So I mean, it is what it is.
But this is why I think that. This is why I think that Manny Pacquiao's not on steroids. If he was on steroids, most steroid abusers do them their entire career. Holyfield's still doing steroids to this fucking day. Right, so most people abuse them throughout the entirety of their life. Manny Pacquiao took VADA testing when he was with when he fought Adrian Broner, when he fought Keith Thurman. If he was going to take steroids at any time in his career, it would have been when he was older, when he was slipping. You know what I mean? He never had no test.
That was after Floyd, though. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Floyd made him have to take VADA testing. So at that time, he had no choice. He already took the testing, and then and that was also an Adrian Broner that wasn't letting his hands go. That wasn't the old Adrian Broner, because I think the old Adrian Broner probably beat Manny Pacquiao.
You know what's funny about that fight? Sorry, before y'all go. The funny thing about that fight is, it seemed like to me, if you watch the fight, the only punch that Manny Pacquiao really landed was a nice left hand to the jaw. But it really looked like he was missing a lot. I mean,
he was missing a lot.
He was missing a lot, man. I mean, I don't know about Scott. You can honestly say if Adrian would have just let his hands go a little bit,
I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna put it like this. Before Manny Pacquiao fought Floyd, who did he had just fight?
Who, Manny Pacquiao?
Was that the Keith Thurman fight?
I think it was Brandon Rios. It was Brandon Rios.
Brandon Rios. Yeah.
Brandon Rios. Okay, he fought Brandon Rios. Did Manny Pacquiao look like that in the Floyd fight? Did he look like that in Brandon Rios' fight? Did he look like Manny Pacquiao looked like his foot was stuck in mud? He looked like his punches ain't had no steam or speed on it. Manny Pacquiao looked like he was older than Floyd, and Floyd is older than Manny Pacquiao by 2 years.
I mean, Floyd makes everybody look like that.
I'm about to say that. He made Canelo. He made Canelo look 145.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you know how Manny Pacquiao likes to move. I'm talking about Manny Pacquiao didn't do none of that with Floyd. He didn't look like he had no steam, no speed, nothing. Like Manny Pacquiao, even though he might have missed, he still would look like he's fast, but he's just not landing the shot. He would still look like Manny Pacquiao, just not landing the shot. Like even Canelo was looking like Canelo. He just couldn't land the shots. He was throwing the big shots. He just couldn't land them. Canelo never had footwork. Canelo would just come straight at you and had upper body movement. But he was throwing the big shots. He just couldn't land. That's what I'm saying. Manny Pacquiao
but Floyd made him
like
put his hands in his pocket. That's the thing I'm saying.
Yes, he did. Because
you never really see nobody's really done that to Canelo.
No, but what I'm saying is he made him put his hands in the pocket because he couldn't land the shot and he kept getting hit. But he was still throwing big shots. Manny Pacquiao didn't look like Manny Pacquiao at all.
I disagree, man. I think for the first time, like with the AB fight, right? The AB fight, he was missing a lot of those punches because for the first time, Manny Pacquiao was fighting a guy that was shorter than him, and it wasn't even like an inch or two. You go back and look at him at AB. AB is really smaller than him and shorter than him.
No, so for AB is taller than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao the same height as Tank Davis. They 5'5".
Man, AB fights smaller and he bends his knees too in the ring to try to fight in that shell position. So he shrinks himself even shorter. Manny Pacquiao fights straight up and he lunges at the punches. So he was a taller guy that day. You go look at the still pictures, you'll see like, God damn, this is like fucking Tyson versus Tyson Fury. But yeah, so when he was fighting, AB was fighting a shorter guy. When he was fighting Floyd was a bigger guy than him. All Floyd did was use his strength, control him in the inside, push him around and bully him. But he still looked good in that. He looked better in the Floyd fight than Brandon Rios, because Brandon Rios he was coming off that knockout. He looked funny in that fucking fight. I think Brandon Rios might even hurt him in that fight. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I'll say this. This is the thing that I think that's missing, man, is that I see Manny Pacquiao look very human versus Adrian Broner, and then turn around and, when he fought Keith Thurman with no testing, look like the old Manny Pacquiao. So I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying. He did. Manny Pacquiao, when he had to do the testing, he don't look like the Manny Pacquiao. When he didn't have to do the testing, you saw the Manny Pacquiao of old.
Yeah. So what if he come back and he juicing now? You think he could beat Tank?
Hell no. Unless he's juicing, maybe. But I mean, I don't care how much juice you got. If Tank hits you with that left hand, you going to sleep. I don't care how much juice you got in your system. You better have Coke, juice, and everything else.
LeAsia Baumgartner gonna be in his camp for that one.
He gonna need Lisa Baumgartner. He gonna need Tyson Fury. He gonna need Conor Benn. He gonna need all of them niggas.
Hey, I would say this about the scholar. I've never. It's been a long time, and I love Tank. I gotta say that because one thing that's been happening to me, I'm sure happening to you. I got boxers hitting me up when I say stuff. I love Tank. I love Tank, but I gotta say this, man. I've never seen a guy get so much love for doing nothing. I mean, he does nothing.
Bro, facts. Nothing, bro. Nothing. You 100% correct on that. They better not come at me with that sensitive ass shit, bro. Because I straight up tell them, man.
I keep telling y'all want Tank Davis to go out here and fight all these guys. Tank Davis is not in it for that. Tank Davis told y'all when he first came into boxing, he's not in it for being a champion and a legacy and all that. Tank Davis is in it for the money. Whatever gives Tank Davis the biggest bag, that's where he's going at. That's why I don't hold Tank Davis at fault when he was fighting with Leonard Ellaby and all that, because they was trying to sell the fight. They was trying to put on those big money fights. Now that Tank Davis has his own career in his hands, then you saying you want these guys, then you got to go out there and get them because you're the one that's calling the shots. So I can't put it on Leonard Ellaby. I can't put it on Floyd now because you're calling the shots.
I get what you're saying, but I mean, this you know what I found out boxing scholar, and I love Free, is that people only listen to people that they like. That's stuff I'm learning more and more as I get into this YouTube space, or this, as I call it, talk radio space. I feel like people only want to hear who they like, man. They don't want to listen to the truth, because if I look at Tank Davis, man, he fought an old Leah Santa Cruz. He fought the best guy he fought is crazy. It's Pedraza. If you think about it, it's Pedraza, because when he fought him in his career, and then he fights Ryan Garcia, who I admit I was wrong about. He goes in there and beats Ryan Garcia, who really is an overhyped prospect, and then he beats what's that dude? He knocked the dude blind. He knocked the other Garcia blind.
Hector Garcia.
Hector Garcia. He knocked Hector Garcia blind. And it's like, come on, bro. If you ain't gonna fight Tio, if you ain't gonna fight Tank, or you ain't gonna fight that Puerto Rican kid, Sugar Shakur, shut up. I mean, at some point, man.
No, but
I'm
mean,
proud of him, man.
I understand what y'all saying. Y'all want to see these fights, but like I said, if those fights ain't making Tim Davis the money, he don't care what y'all want to see. He's trying to get the money.
But
He
see,
care less what y'all want to see.
I could accept that. I could accept that, but here's how it go. You can't have it both ways, right? I remember when Floyd was fighting, and Floyd said, Ali can have the greatest. I ain't worried about that. I'm gonna be the most paid. Now that his career is over and they bring it up Ali, he said, hold on. Who fought more champions than me? Like, no, bro. That ain't what you said when you was boxing. You said you was going to the money. So now that your career is over and you got your
Floyd,
money, you can't get the legacy then, because you didn't give us the legacy fights.
Yeah, I give you that to a certain extent. Because Floyd did fight a lot of top level guys. Top level guys. Whether he fought him when you wanted him to fight him or he didn't. The thing is, Floyd tried to fight those guys early in his career, and those guys wasn't trying to fight him. So I kind of understand what Floyd's saying at a certain point, but I also understand what the people were saying too, because we wanted to see you fight these guys at this time and that, or whatever. But when it comes to Tank Davis, I don't think Tank Davis is going to be worried about the legacy. I think because Tank Davis is never a big talker anyway. He's more so he make his money, and you don't hear nothing from Tank Davis until he got another fight coming up.
I ain't heard that motherfucker shut up. I disagree. That motherfucker always talking.
Hey, if he ain't hitting people with cars or snatching up women and going to jail, he on there talking about. You heard him on there with that crazy black dude. I can't even think of his name. That'd be looking like he something wrong with him. He was just saying how he gonna start smacking people who don't say he the best. So I mean, Free, you can't have it both ways. Just like when Floyd lost, what was that dude? Was it Castillo that he lost to that first fight? That Floyd lost to, and they cheated Castillo. Was that Castillo that first fight?
It was Castillo.
So when Floyd cheated Castillo, right? Always admit, Floyd beat the hell out of him the second fight. But the first fight, Floyd got dominated and got saved. And I honestly tell you this: if Devin Haney was the fight Tank, or Teal was the fight Tank, it would be so ugly. It'd be hard to give it to him, because Tank takes off so many rounds. And people can't tell me you can do that with elite fighters. You cannot do it. And I don't care who you think you are. You cannot take rounds off like you see Tank do.
I hear what you're saying, but if you go back and you look at all of Tank Davis's fights, at the time of the knockout, he's winning on the scorecard. So I hear you saying he's giving rounds away or whatever, but he's winning on the scorecards. When you go back and look at the fights, all you gotta do is go look at the scorecards of every one of his fights that he fought at the time of the knockout. He was winning on the scorecard.
I think Rolly. I had Rolly up.
Who has he fought with a freaking pulse, man? That's what I'm saying, man. I don't understand what you're talking about.
I think Hector was up. I think Hector was up. I had Rolly up. The only fight that wasn't up was Ryan.
I understand what you have. I'm talking about the judges, because
man, them judges got that shit filled out. They got it filled out before the fight, man.
So
you've been watching boxing long enough.
I'm just going off of what BBO saying. He's saying if he fight Ryan or Tio, if he fight Devin or Tio, he don't think that he's going to get the nod if he doesn't get the knockout. And I say I don't agree with that, because at the time of when he's fighting these guys, at the time of the knockout, he's winning. It's not like he's losing when he knock him out. He's winning when he knock him out. So, I understand if y'all haven't scored a certain way because everybody look at fights a different way. Everybody look for different things in the fight. That's why there's 3 judges. Everybody sees something different. So I'm not knocking nobody what you saw. Just don't knock what I saw because I'm gonna give you credit for what you saw. That's what you saw. I can't say no, you're wrong because that's what you saw. But at the same time, when we looking at it, the judges is the ones that has the last say so. So if the judges give him the nod, I mean, it is what it is. Like now, we see robbery all the time. We just saw a robbery that was about to take place this past weekend.
Oh
Luckily,
yeah.
O'Shaquie Foster got the knockout. Luckily, he got the knockout because we would have saw another robbery in the sport of boxing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you what you said, but I don't even think it's worth even going down the thought process of Tank fighting anybody. Where Tank is gonna go into fights where he's it's never a 50-50 fight. It's gonna be 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, and then he gonna dehydrate you and put the rehydration clause on you on top of all of that. Like we never gonna see him in a tough fight. If you look, I remember I did like a resume of because everybody on my channel be hating on Dev. They say Dev overrated, Dev this, Dev that. They say Tank is the way, right? So I said, let's go down resumes. We was breaking down resumes. Devin Haney definitely had the best resume on top of being undisputed, right? And they still, after all that, said Tank was the best. Tank is just good at public perception. What tends to happen in boxing is
I think their resume is about even up until the fact that up until the point when Devin fought Loma. I thought their resume was about even.
No.
I mean, Regis just trumps everybody on his resume, and so does Loma. And the fact that he got undisputed titles,
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. Up until he fought Loma, I thought their resumes was about even. Up until he fought Loma. Now, once he fought Loma, yeah, his resume became the better resume because I thought it was about even up until he fought Loma. Because I know people say, well, he had Jorge Linares. That man was 35 years old. He'd already been knocked out 5 times. And then who else he had on there? He had JoJo.
Jojo Diaz.
JoJo Diaz. He was a small guy who never really did anything. His best fight was against Gary Russell, who he got beat up by. That was his best fight. And then
Tevin Farmer was his best fight. Go ahead.
Tevin Farmer he beat, but that wasn't that was a notable fight. I mean, yeah, if you're a diehard boxing fan, you know who Tevin Farmer is. But if you're not, you don't know who Tevin Farmer is. Most casuals don't know who the fuck Tevin Farmer is. They know who Gary Russell is.
Yeah.
They know who Gary Russell. That's what I'm talking about when I say his best fight was Gary Russell. Yeah. But and then you go to Gamboa. Tank Davis had already knocked Gamboa out before Devin fought him. So I mean, it was about even, but once he fought Loma, I said, okay, yeah, Devin Haney has the better resume because he got Loma on there, and Loma is better than all of the guys that Tank Davis has fought.
I say this, Boxing Scholar. I think Tank and a lot of fighters are thanking God they don't have a guy like Salvador Sanchez or Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran would have decapitated Tank at 135. You know what I mean?
yeah, he'd have fucked him up.
It's like it's funny.
I mean, he'd have never fought him though.
Roberto Duran would probably beat damn near everybody at 135 right now.
Oh, he definitely would.
You talking about his age right now?
Huh?
No, I'm talking about everybody that's at.
Hey, I was finna say
that's at 130.
I'm finna say we get him some of that juice that LeAsia Baumgartner took with Roberto's bread. He might come back through, bro. He might come back through and fuck up the 135.
Hey, we can't talk about LeAsia Baumgartner cigar, man. We gonna get somebody to run down on you, man. We can't talk too crazy.
This is strictly the Boxing Scholar. This ain't BVO, man. But hey, remember what you said a while ago? You said people only want to confirm what they already believe, right? Look, I done seen Dylan White come up with the adverse test and he guilty. You know that motherfucker juicy. Look at his chin. Everybody, bro. When LeAsia come up, it's like, wait a minute. Hold on now. She had bronchitis when she was 5 years old.
Hey, I don't knock nobody for talking about LeAsia Baumgartner because I mean the test came up dirty. Now, like I said, it's people could say this, people could say that, but I mean it doesn't. I haven't seen it and say, you know what, we made a mistake. The test is not dirty, so Until I see that, I can't knock nobody for saying, "Hey, she popped dirty," because she did. According to the test, she did pop dirty. Now people say, "Well, what about this in the situation?" I mean, it is what it is. Until you have substantially proof of what you're saying, the test is what the test is. So, I mean, I'm not knocking nobody to say, "Hey, she's dirty," because the test say she dirty. She had a positive test, but she also had a dirty test. So,
Hey, BB.
I'll say this, man. I'll say this. Alicia Bongana, we love you, man. Shout out to Detroit. But I gotta say this, man. It's kind of funny how she pops up dirty the moment she want to leave the zone. But I don't know. Maybe it's more to that. But I'll say this. To me, and Boston Scott, you know just as well as I do, me and you love this game, so does Free. But me and you actually, Boxing Scholar, go to like the old times. I'm telling you, man, boxing's in trouble. And I think what Francis Ngannou did really might have been. People don't know it. It might be a really deadly wound for boxing. I mean, that might be a really deadly wound for boxing because
no, I wouldn't say that, because
let
everybody
me let,
in the
let me
UFC,
finish. Let me
everybody,
finish. Let me finish. The reason I say that, and the reason I say that is because just like Boxing Scholar said, when Ali broke his leg, he was playing. It wasn't because he was in any kind of trouble. The guy was in there fighting his best, but the guy couldn't touch Ali. And this was an old man Ali that broke his leg in the ring. But Ali really carried him through the whole fight and just beat him from pillar to post. But when you see a guy like Francis Ngannou come in here and give the quote unquote lineal heavyweight champion that much work,
no,
I'm telling you, man, that's a deadly
my
wound
whole
right
thing,
there. Go
but
ahead.
my whole thing is, everybody in the UFC ain't Francis Ngannou. Everybody in the UFC ain't Francis Ngannou. So yeah, you can say, "Oh, the UFC this and that," and they come over here and all their stars start getting their block knocked off. They gonna be like, "Man, them niggas ain't shit."
Hey, facts.
Because
Jake Paul is the MMA slayer. He got a career knocking MMA motherfuckers out.
right, that's what I'm saying. So if they can't get past Jake Paul, what makes you think they're gonna get past a real boxer?
No,
Come
no, I'm
on,
not
man.
talking about. I'm
So
not talking about the smaller guys. I'm talking about
the
when you look
heavyweight.
at the heavyweight division.
BBO,
No,
Go
let
ahead.
me give you a little ease of mind, man. So this is why
Okay.
I think it might be good for boxing. Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. I
Salute
think
your
it might be
shots,
good.
man.
I think it might
Go
be
ahead.
good for boxing because Francis Ngannou ain't making a lot of money in the UFC, and they mistreating him. And boxing was his first love originally, so now we might get the fights because now AJ want to fight him, Wilder want to fight him. We can get some good matchup and some good fights in heavyweight division. He just took the place of a Joe Joyce because they're around the same age. He's a durable guy, big head. You know what I mean? He's actually better than Joe Joyce though. So he kind of like
Yeah.
took Joe Joyce's place amongst the rankings. So we might get some good fights because the heavyweights, because they making so much money, they not fighting each other. Andy Ruiz right now is a prospect in the heavyweight division, like a title contender, and he ain't fighting nobody. He demanded absurd purses for his, I guess, his weight loss. That's what he want to be paid for. I don't know what the fuck, but so we might get the
Yeah.
fights that we meet that we need in the sport. So Francis Ngannou might be shit. Ironically, the saver in boxing. I know that's weird sound coming out of my mouth, but shit.
We should when
I
you see the
mean, I
heavyweight
think
champ, look at this is the thing that you said, and this is me, going into my boxing mode. This is not me playing around. Man, Tyson Fury was on there looking terrified. He looked like, did this big, did this big black Jew hit me that hard? I mean,
oh,
it it was it was
I'm
a
glad you finally admitted it. Because
it was a
when I said that on Monday, you was like, "Man, stop capping, D free." I'm glad you finally admitted it.
no. What I'm saying is just the look of. I don't know if you've seen that, Buster. I want you to rewatch that, bro. Look at that fight again, and look at the fear in his eyes, bro. It was like, whoa. Because think about it, Deontay Wilder can't touch him. We know Usyk can't beat him. We know
I don't
Zane won't
know.
be
Usyk
able to
can't
beat
beat him.
him.
I don't know.
Usyk robbed Daniel, man. Daniel got robbed. If you can't say that, you playing games. Daniel got robbed.
I'm not denying that at all. I'm just saying I don't know that Usyk can't beat Fury. At first, I said Fury was going to beat Usyk, but after what I just seen this past weekend, I don't know. I don't know, because if that Fury comes in there and fight Usyk, he gonna get beat up.
Yeah, but see, then I've also seen Fury come in there looking like Vitaly Klitschko before, where he's boxing. I mean, what we seen, and I know we get all the little fairy tales about his gloves tainted water or whatever. You know, all the fairy tales they say about. But the Tyson Fury that came in for that second fight, there's not many guys beating. There's not many guys beating. Only person I can really see beating easy is the
The
greats of the
second fight,
greats.
what second fight?
The second fight, Wilder versus
Yeah,
Fury.
ain't nobody beating Tyson Fury that came in the second fight for Wilder because that nigga cheated.
Oh,
If you cheat, hell yeah, ain't nobody beating you. You cheating? No, if I go in the sport of boxing and I'm cheating, ain't nobody beating me neither. I'ma cheat and make sure can't nobody beat me.
here we go again with the fairy tales. Hey, what is your boy BBO? It's your boy D3 Bayless, man. It's the Roll with the Punches podcast, the best podcast of 2023. Before I forget, I want to send a big shout out to the Breakfast Box. Man, if you're in the Appleton area, you're in the mood for breakfast, they open from 9 o'clock to 2 p.m. Go and check out the Breakfast Box. I appreciate them sponsoring the show. But you know the funny thing is, if you want more content like this, man, like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get my brother D3 to 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to get me to 2,000 subscribers, and we got nothing but good content coming. It's your boy BBO, it's your boy D3, and we gone. Peace.
Peace.